welcome back to another video. Okay, I'm using my, hold on, we're using the G7X, baby. We have not pulled this G7X out in a minute. I gotta make sure that I have a charger going because I'm not sure what the battery life is on here. But hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is my 500th, y'all. It's probably more than my 500th video, but I've deleted some videos, I've taken some videos down, but this upload will be my 500th video. It will be labeled as my 500th video. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the screen instead of the lens. I don't really be using the G7X anymore, but because I got the DJI, but my sit down videos, I still appreciate this G7X Mark II quality, easy, you know, beautiful, crisp. All right, so I asked, and boy did y'all deliver within like 2 days. Okay, I asked people to send me questions, right? I have been trying to do, and this may be a long one, may have to be part 2, so for those of you that enjoy my talky chatty long videos, this one's for you. I had asked you guys to send me questions because, as most of you know that watch, this channel will be coming to an end. I already started going to private most of the videos. These are still my memories, and until I can grab all the videos off and put them on, you know, storage, I'm just gonna make them private. And there will be no new uploads on this channel after I think we got another 6 or 7 videos to go, and that's gonna be it. So I was thinking I wanted to do something big or different for the channel since it's kind of going bye-bye. And once I uploaded my last vlog, which was $4.99, I was like, shoot, my next vlog is going to be my 500th upload. I legit gotta do something special. I thought about going live, but the way my life is set up, y'all, live don't really work for me. So I'm like, let me do a Q&A because I have never done one. I have said over the years I was gonna do it. Even from my old channel, I was supposed to sit down and do a Q&A. I've done tags where I feel like my subscribers have gotten to know me, but never like a legit sit down Q&A. I have asked y'all to send me questions over the years, and y'all have, and this is one of my YouTube books where I have jotted things down and questions and things like that, and I just have never gotten to it. There's questions in this book, there are questions on my phone. I am going to randomly pick questions because some of you asked me like 20 questions. Like, some of them are fun, some of them are like some of them are like, my god, you know, like I have such a wide variety of questions. So, and y'all know I'm long-winded. I did not practice or rehearse, so the answers are going to be coming off the dome. So I know I'm gonna have to do some editing if I'm thinking about them. I might have to like edit out the, you know, whatever. So let's get started, you guys. I'm going to randomly pick a question. So, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to leave the names of everybody that actually left me questions, because there's so many questions, like I don't want to be like, oh, so and so and so and so and so. So at the end of the video, I'm going to do my shout outs to everybody, and if you have a channel and you left me questions, I'm going to leave your channel link in the comments, as well as put it across the screen at the end of the video, and give everybody credit that actually participated in this Q&A. I have some questions that I don't remember who left the question for me because it was so long ago. Y'all know how I do, but charge it to my head and not to my heart. Let's go. So first random question, what's your favorite place on earth? That's actually a pretty good question. My favorite place on earth, you know what happened, right? The memory card said insufficient memory. This memory card has my trip to Mexico on it that I never got to edit, but we'll talk about that at another time. I did delete some hauls that I had on here, so let's talk fast. So the question was, what is your favorite place on earth? Now I done messed up my favorite place on earth, I would have to say, is my home, where I am, where I lay my head, where I come to relax, where I come for peace, where I come to regenerate. I love my home. My home right now, this home, is my absolute favorite place to be on earth. Factual. All right, let's see. What's the one item of clothing you couldn't live without? Sheesh. One item of clothing I couldn't live without. So I would have to say, well, is that considered clothing? No, that's considered accessories. Clothing, I would have to say, I don't know, like, I love all clothes. I would have to say, probably a good coat. That's a item. I live in New York. Winters are serious here, okay? So the question was, what's the one item of clothing you couldn't live without? So I couldn't live without a good coat. Being from New York, if you're from New York, you already know you need you a good proper coat in New York. That was a good question. All right, let's see what else. If you could save one material, these are some good ass questions. If you could save one material thing from a fire, what would you save? Material thing? Child, these material things, like, nah, I would have to say, like, it would be like my computer or something electronic, like clothes and shit. I mean, listen, y'all know I'm a fashion girl. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I have been from a year. I don't know what it is. Maybe because I'm getting older and I legit don't even be caring that much about certain things. So it's like, okay, if I had to say something, child, it says material, so that could be anything. I'm saying my computer. All right, let's see what else. What's your favorite quote? That's such a good question. Where I got these questions from? So I went to a gifted and talented school. If you guys did not hear this before, no braggy, just factual for you guys. I went to a gifted and talented school, and we had an ultimatum, alma mater, and the alma mater was, to whom much is given, much is required. And that is a quote that I kind of lived my life by. And if you think about it, so when I was a youth then, it didn't really mean much to me because I didn't really know anything about life. Life hadn't spoken to me yet. I hadn't been through anything. So it was like, to whom much is given, much is required. Okay. But as I aged and got older and started to have real life responsibilities and things started hitting me like that, then I also worked my ass off and I started to get more and acquire more and be able to do things and be able to move and shake in these streets. To whom much is given, much is required. The more you gain, the more you get. I feel like there is more required of you, whether that be maintaining what you have, whether that be giving back, which I think I do, whether that is, you know, learning how to pass on gain to somebody else. To whom much is given, much is required. One of my favorite quotes. It could go so many ways. It could mean so many things. Awesome question. All right, let's see what else. What type of music are you into? Baby, didn't I just say this in my last vlog, number 499, I believe? I am into all type of music. Like, I don't, except like heavy metal. I don't think I could ever get into people just screaming and just a bunch of noise. Like, that would give me a headache. Okay, so not heavy metal, but pretty much any other genre. I like rock, I like country, I like hip hop, I like... I grew up in a musical household, as many of you have heard me say. My dad is a musician, my brother was a musician, my other brother is a producer. Like, we grew up with music, so music is a part of my bloodline, I want to say. My grandpa used to sing, like, so I don't have a favorite genre. If it's good music and it speaks to my soul, then I like it. All right. This is a good question. Are you an early bird or a night owl? So I think it changes for me because there are times where I'm an early bird. Like recently, y'all know I'm not a morning person, right? Okay, but recently I have been an early riser. Could be. Yeah, I got a lot more stuff on my plate. I have a lot more responsibilities. I have a lot more things that I have to be on top of. So getting up early allows me to kind of get some extra things done without the day passing me by. But I'm also a night owl because on the weekends I be trying to stay up. I be trying to do everything. I'm like, Friday night I'm watching all the shows, I'm playing my game, we eating, we going out, we doing everything, we editing, we doing everything. But my body legit starts to shut down about 11:30 now. Yeah, I don't know if it's age, but it's something. Hey Leah, I'm gonna get back to you in a second. It is definitely something that I don't be having no control over no more. Like, my body be like, all right, time to go to bed. So I think I can be both early bird and night owl. It just depends on what's going on in my life and where I'm at. Okay, all right, let's see. There was some other questions. Leah, you leaving me a voice note. Hold on, I gotta get back to you, girl. I gotta get back to you. But let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna edit this part out, y'all. I swear to God, these videos be ghetto. Some of them be ghetto. Okay, so let's see. All right, so this question is, what inspired you to start vlogging, and how has your inspiration evolved over time? Very good question. So some of you who have been here since my old channel probably have heard this before, because I think I've been asked this question before and I think I've answered it, but I will answer it again. When my brother died, which was around, you know, 2011, I needed an outlet. So I don't think I ever knew like what depression was until my brother died. My grandfather had died. Like, the only other person that had died in my family that I was really close to before that was my grandfather. But I was really young when he died, and my parents put me in therapy, but I don't think I understood my feelings and things like that. Therapy was good for me, but I didn't know it at the time. But when my brother died, obviously I was an adult, and when I say like zombie, like, it was just so crazy to me that somebody that I was so close to, y'all have heard me say my brother was legit like my kid, because I raised him. Like, I basically raised my brother. And then as he became an adult, he started to do his own thing. He was gonna get married. He met a lady, and then he's just like, Crystal, like, let me go. And I had to let the baby fly the nest. And it was hurtful because he got into some trouble, you know, once I wasn't, I don't want to say on top of him, but once I wasn't like watching and don't do this, don't go here, and he started to live his own life, it just got a little too crazy. So when my brother died, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't talk to anybody in my family. I felt like no one understood how I felt. Like, yes, there were people in my family also grieving, but no one, at least in my mind, no one was as close to my brother as I was. Like, we were, it's a blessing to have siblings, right? But even more so of a blessing to be super close to your siblings. I have other siblings, but I didn't grow up with those other siblings like I grew up with this brother. Me and this brother lived in the same household. Like, it's a different experience than if you have siblings that have other mothers or whatever, which I did. But the brother that passed away, we grew up in the same household. We went through the same things. We shared everything together. So we were like this. And I didn't know how to purge what I was feeling, right? So that was one part of why I started vlogging, because I needed to talk. I needed to, you know, get my thoughts out. I needed to be creative, because I was going crazy with the thoughts of him not being here anymore. So I had to figure out what I needed to do, or what I could do to help me process the fact that he wasn't here. And YouTube might have saved my life. And I know that might sound crazy to some people, but you don't realize sometimes, like, the simplest things, talking to a camera, building a community of friends, building community of creators and like-minded people, how it helps you, how it keeps you going, how it motivates you. Like, once I got in my groove on YouTube, oh, you couldn't tell me nothing. I became a partner, I had a network, like, I was getting all these opportunities. Like, it totally took me out of that depression mode and helped me kind of like get my like substance back, because I just felt like an empty shell. I really was. I mean, I was going to work, you know, I was still doing the everyday things, but I know this is a long-winded answer, but it's a full, thorough answer. I was doing the everyday things, but that was basically it. I had wanted to do anything, go anywhere, talk to anybody. So YouTube and coming up with videos and being creative and being able to collab with certain people and also getting a check really helped me. The other part was, and again, the long-time subscribers, if you've been watching, me, my cousin, and a couple of friends, we were gonna audition for Bad Girls Club. Y'all remember that show, Bad Girls Club? I don't know if it even still comes out. But we had started vlogging before I even knew what vlogging was. And we would just be in the streets, filming, laughing, joking, you know, showing our outfits before I even knew that was a thing. I don't even think it was a thing yet. vlogging became more popular not the first year I was on YouTube, not even probably maybe like in 2012. I think vlogging started to become a little more popular because there was not as many vloggers. Baby, when I first started vlogging, there was a handful of vloggers, but it was such a thing to me that I was drawn to, like filming your life, like capturing your everyday comings and goings. I'm gonna tie this all in. So yeah, we were gonna audition for the Bad Girls Club, and you know, I remember just friends and family being like, oh my god, like you're so funny, you have so much personality, like you should start a YouTube channel. And I'm like, what? Like, I mean, I used to watch YouTube, but not like on a regular, like, you know, you would look for certain things on YouTube, but I didn't really know what it was about. My goddaughter, who was the younging who would be on YouTube following people, you know, maybe that she shouldn't have even been following, was very much into like having a channel. Her mother said, absolutely not, you're not having a channel. But she also inspired me because she wanted to show her creativity. So when she was at Godmommy's house, we were able to kind of bond over, and if some of y'all remember, I just posted a picture of her. This is the picture right here. She's a full grown up now, but my early YouTube days, she was a baby. She was a young girl, you know. I'm talking like 8, 9 years old. And we would be, just before I had a house or anything, we would be in my apartment. She would be coming up with ideas. She always could sing. We would be singing together. And so all those things combined inspired me to continue, I want to say, vlogging and making YouTube videos. The second part of this question is, which is so good, how has your inspiration evolved over time? So I will say that being inspired to continue to do this stuff can be very taxing sometimes. I've even had a little bit of drama on YouTube, and at some point I was just like, I am too grown for this. I'm too grown for these petty betties on here, you know, hating or whatever, stealing my ideas, stealing my okay, on here, and then want to argue with me. You want to argue with me after taking my... It was just something that would make you kind of want to quit. And also, you know, there was videos being made about me, because one thing about me, baby, is I'm going to speak up for myself. I'm not one to run in the corner and sit down and hide. No. We know how to do it intelligently and classy. But what we are going to do, if somebody's coming sideways, and especially when it's not factual, we're going to clear that all the way up. So after that, I kind of feel like I lost a little bit of my mojo, and I was just like, I can't, this is like some childish high school stuff. It's not for me. But I think I got re-inspired by some of the newer people coming on to YouTube that started to, there was like, I can't remember her name, but there was like this college girl. A lot of the young girls liked me, right? So I'm probably like big sis to them, right? But I'm cool. So, you know, big sis, cool. She fashionable. She from New York. There was a lot of girls that supported me, like young girls. And they were on their YouTube journey. I cannot remember this girl's name for the life of me. But it was this one college girl, and she used to watch all of my videos. And she would always be like, oh my God, you are so this, you are so... But like all positive stuff. And I feel like that kept me going. It also gave me more inspiration to just keep doing what I was doing. Because everybody ain't gonna like you. Everything ain't always great. And again, being on the internet was just not a real thing for me. As y'all have heard me say many times, I just was very cautious about these YouTube streets. So nowadays, I really rely on me, like my inner inspiration. But because, you know, some people go to YouTube to be inspired, and I won't say that I'm not inspired by people on YouTube, but I legit do not watch a bunch of people for several reasons. I watch a handful of people. I'm always looking for new people to watch, but there's a lot of fluff on YouTube, and I ain't got the time, like, for real. But life inspires me, which I think has evolved my channel. Like, for prime example, this channel is about to evolve into something else, because now my life is different. My life has changed drastically. Did not know that a year ago things were going to completely be shaken up for me. And now, once again, YouTube is an outlet. Let's just keep it real. YouTube is an outlet. So when I started vlogging again, once I kind of got out of my funk, it was definitely therapy to be able to, and again, I don't tell y'all all my business. I'm not out here mentioning every detail, but there's a way to do things, get what you need to get out, say what you need to say, and keep it cute. So I think my channel has evolved into more of a grown-up, because I'm older, I've been through more things. I'm definitely going through more things now, and I think a lot of people will be able to relate. And my new channel is basically going to be me starting over, and how I'm handling things, how am I managing life, like how have I been coping with things, what am I doing now to, you know, I don't know, move on with life, I should say. Again, I got to be very careful with the things I say on this channel, but yes, that's how it has evolved. Let's see, how do you handle, I'm sorry if that was really long, how do you handle creative blocks or moments when you feel uninspired to create content? So the person who asked this question, you know who you are. Like you, I have to reconnect with nature. So whenever I'm feeling down or sad or lost or uninspired, going into a park, going to a place where there is water running, where it's peaceful and it's quiet and I can be alone with my thoughts, I swear to you, it's like a reset. It really is. I mean, I do believe there are a lot of people who are connected to the earth. I am a Virgo. The person that asked that question is a Virgo. Woo! We are earth signs. And, you know, a lot of people are not into astrology. I've talked about this before. I took a couple of astrology classes. And when I tell you, I learned so much. So you have people here to be like, it's BS and da 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 da. Before you talk down on something, maybe do a little research. I'm not saying that everything that these astrologists and people be talking about signs applies or even is true. But there's definitely some science and some truth to what stars you were born under, when you were born, where you fall on the astral. It is so interesting. If you ever want to do a continuing education class, just for fun, I swear, take an astrology class. It will have your mind blown. It is so interesting. I've become so obsessed with the sky. And all right, enough of that. But nature, that is how I become re-inspired. I feel like it cleanses me, clears my mind. Also, y'all have seen me take a little trip somewhere, like, and again, it doesn't have to be something that's super expensive, okay? I will get me a little $150 room for the night, go get me some snacks from Walmart or Target, and go check in somewhere away from everybody, but it's a different atmosphere. It's different scenery. When you change your perspective or your outlook or the people you're around, you can reset. It allows your brain and your mind to connect to other things. So I do a couple of things when I'm feeling uninspired or I have creative blocks. There's a couple of things that help me, and those are two of the things. All right, 3. What is one piece of advice you would give to someone who is just starting their vlogging journey? So number 1, I would say do not run out and spend all your money on all this fancy equipment when you are a brand new YouTuber, especially if you ain't got it. Now, there's some people out here that got it, baby. There's some little kids out here that's half my age that make more money than me, okay? They could buy all this expensive stuff. Listen, I work every day. I have businesses. I have a good salary, and it still take me time to get stuff, okay? Let's just be real. But there are some people that can go out and just get whatever. Some people that live with their parents pay for everything, cool. But for a lot of people, that is not like reality. I mean, especially in New York, the cost of living, everything is just super expensive. So I would say to any new creators, especially vloggers, people want authenticity. They want the real you, right? They don't want these, at least for me, they don't want these fake perfection, perfected, everything's beautiful, perfect channels, right? They don't need to see you in 4K, you know, in your room. You don't even got your own place yet, child. No, like, stunting in front of. If you don't have it, it is okay to film from your phone. Also, a lot of the phones are very high quality now, you know, like you could get you a good iPhone and record in pretty high quality now. I don't think they're as good as the cameras, but if you're first starting out and you're trying to build, it's not necessary. Also, do not follow any freaking body else's blueprint.
No.
I've been saying that for years. I've seen it so many times. I've seen it on my channel. People literally try to take my whole identity. You can't be me, baby. You can't be me. You can't do me like I do me, okay? For the new people coming up, always be your most authentic self. Whether you think people are going to hate you or love you, the people that you attract with being your most authentic self, that's the people who you want to be in your community anyway. You don't want people that don't talk to you, that don't like you, that's putting bad juju on you, that's sitting there hating, sending you mean comments and stuff. Like, who wants those people on their channel, in their community? I don't. But I feel like your vibe, and I've said this before, attracts your tribe. So whomever is meant to be there, whomever connects to you from you being your most authentic self, is gonna bring you the people that you want. It's gonna bring you the numbers that you want. And just keep it real, keep it light, keep it fresh, keep it free. Like, don't think too much about what you're doing. Just do it if you're vlogging. Real life shit is what I feel like is the best vlogs. Not saying put all your business out there, not saying being on here twerking, showing your booty, and not saying all that, but authenticity, realness, stuff that people could connect to, stuff that people can relate to. Those are the best vloggers that I love. A little bit of advice. All right, what else we got? Let's see what this say. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm pulling up some other questions because they were all over the place. Some was on Instagram, some was on YouTube, some came from the book. All right, so this question is, do you like coffee or tea better? So most of y'all know, if you old school Tubi, that I prefer tea, because coffee has never been like something, like I said, that I have to have, and if I had to choose, I would choose tea. Now I'm drinking coffee very seldom, not really much coffee at all. When we first got the Nespresso machine, I was drinking coffee like every single day. It was too much for me. It was too much for my little body to handle. I do still drink coffee. I've been mixing my coffee with like mushroom powder, like healthier things, but not an everyday coffee drinker anymore. I legit drink like black Tazo tea every single day. It does have caffeine in it, but a very small amount. It gives me the right amount of kick without me being freaking wired, and it's so refreshing to me. Some people say it tastes like dirt, and that's okay. Most natural things, clean things, don't taste the best, but I kind of like earthy things, like the taste of earthy things, so it's not bad for me. So I prefer tea. Okay. Ooh, this same question, I mean, this next question is from the same person. What's your guilty pleasure? Ooh, so I have a few. I mean, I guess I would have to say like trash TV is like a guilty pleasure for me. I do feel like sometimes it's like a waste of time, because a lot of these shows are just terrible trash. Like, why are we supporting this nonsense? But it's definitely a guilty pleasure. I love seeing train wrecks, and that is why a lot of people on YouTube do the most outlandish things. Some of y'all favorites be doing the most outlandish-ish on here, whether it's real or not, because train wrecks, people love to see it. Tell me I'm lying. Y'all tell me I'm lying, okay? I'm not. People love to see train wrecks, so it brings in numbers. I'm telling y'all right now, if I made up some outlandish story that was like super crazy, I promise y'all I have like 50K subscribers within a week. Because first of all, I'm a good ass storyteller, okay? Naturally animated, natural energy. I'm telling y'all, but I can't do that because I'm not a good liar, and it just don't sit right with my spirit. Okay, so guilty pleasure for me would have to be like trash TV and ice cream. Like, after I shoot this video, I'm about to go get me some cookies and cream ice cream. I told myself I wasn't eating no junk this week. My battery's about to die, but I think this is gonna be part one, because I was talking a lot. I told myself I wasn't gonna be eating no junk this week, but guess what? I lied. I see y'all part two. Peace.